welcome back to Herky the Cavalier's channel. I'm here today with Herky to let you in on a few tips and tricks that we are doing for Herky right now post-operation, and I wanted to share these with you. So if it happens to you and your dog went through an extraction or any oral procedure, to see what we're doing to help her. So if you haven't watched our previous video, we are kind of explaining what happened to Herky, kind of the context and story behind that, so I'm going to be linking it down below if you're interested. Basically, Herky had an extraction of her molar, so right now she has a really big incision that was stitched up in her upper left side here, so she's on soft diet for a while. So the first thing that you want to do is either get your dog on soft diet, so that can be either canned food or any stews, or you want to make sure that the kibble that they eat is moistened and softened before they eat it, because it's really going to irritate their gums if they eat kibble straight up. So you can just imagine if we had like a really big extraction and then you can't eat solid food. That just doesn't make sense. So what we're doing for Herky right now is that we're alternating between some stews and some freeze-dried food. The food that she usually eats doesn't come in canned form, so that's why we opted for this particular food. Here's the freeze-dried food that we use. It's from Orijen. This is a brand from Canada. Everything is all fresh ingredients from Canada. It's made in Canada from free-range chicken, turkey, wild-caught fish, and nest-laid eggs. She really likes this food. I'd say this is pretty expensive though. We got this for 14 Canadian dollars and it has about 12 servings for a small dog, but for Herky this is about 8 servings, so it's pretty small. This is gonna last us only about 4 days, so it's pretty expensive. And a downside to this one is that it kind of takes a lot of time to prepare. You actually have to break up the medallions. The medallions look like this. So you break it up in her little bowl into little pieces, and then you pour hot water on it, and then you stir it to help it moisten and disintegrate. And it basically takes 5 minutes from the time that you pour the hot water to the time that it's ready and it's soft and ready for her to eat. So she gets really antsy while she waits, and it does require a bit of time. So that's a downside to it. However, it's really good ingredients and she swallows it like so fast. I think she really enjoys it. Another option is to moisten up her kibble. So right now she's on Horizon Pulsar, and what we like to do is to add either some chicken broth or beef broth. This is some beef broth from Caru. It's grass-fed beef. It's an all-natural treat. You can even give this to them when they're not on post-op, just as a treat. But I do like to heat this up just a little bit and pour it over her kibble. Just let it sit for a while, and then when it moistens up a little bit, then I give it to her. But then again, this is really tasty to them. It's really interesting, but it does require a bit of time also. But this is an option that you can opt for also. And make sure that if you want to make your own broth for your dog, or if you take human broth for your dog, make sure that there's no salt or sugar added or not a lot of artificial ingredients. This is really good, or you can really make your own at home too. Just make sure that you skim off all the fat that you can, that you don't add any salt and no sugar, and that you would be able to give that to them directly. And then third option, and this is the easiest option of them all, is to give them some stews or some canned food, and that's just already made. It's pre-prepared and you can just open it and put it directly in their bowl. A lot of brands do this. The ones that I have right now are from Caru. It's all natural adult dog food with added vitamins and minerals. This one is turkey and lamb stew. It's 100% human grade ingredients. It's grain and gluten free, which is great for your dog if they have any allergies. And everything's made in the USA for this brand. And this one is chicken and duck. She really loves both of these, and like I said, this is really, you just cut and pour and it's ready to serve, so it's easier and quicker option than the 2 previous methods that I mentioned. And then another thing you can do is add these kind of water additives for tartar prevention and tartar buildup for your dog. This is something that we got from the vet, and you basically dissolve this package in 1 liter of boiling hot water, and then you keep that in the fridge, you let it cool down, and you give it to them, and it's really going to help prevent the tartar buildup. It's going to help the healing process of the wound as well. So this is great. I don't think it's really expensive. You can find this at the vet or online. This one specifically is Strix ND, and it's called Oral Care Water Additive. So it says it helps maintain and promote good dental and oral hygiene, and may help breath freshening as well. This can also be used for your cat if you have it. And these next two things that I'm going to mention is obviously going to depend on your vet, but this is just what our vet gave us for Herky. She's actually on an anti-inflammatory and on a painkiller. This painkiller is tramadol, and we give her 1 pill in the morning and 1 pill at night. Apparently they're chicken flavors, so she quite enjoys these. However, these can cause a little bit of sedation in your dog. So Herky has been sleeping a bit more than usual, and I think it's because of this pill. And then this is an anti-inflammatory. It's in liquid form, so we just give her dose at night when she has her food, and it's just a little syringe that you shoot up in her mouth, and she takes it really easily, and I think it's helping her a lot. I don't think she's in a lot of pain. She's not really crying. She doesn't seem to be very uncomfortable, so that's really good. And one other thing you want to switch up is if they're used to having harder treats, then you may want to switch to something softer, like some jerky. So these were our little tips and tricks on how to keep your dog comfortable after they've had any oral procedure. I hope it was helpful for you. If you have any comments, please leave them down below, and we'll be sure to answer them as soon as we can. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We love you very much, and we'll see you soon. Bye!